January 30th, 2026. The AI wars? They just went nuclear. While most of us were sleeping, a leak from the heart of Seattle sent an absolute shockwave through the markets. The news: Amazon is in the final stages of a deal to effectively marry OpenAI. And the price tag on this wedding? A staggering $50 billion. That's the number. According to reports, we're talking about Amazon's own CEO, Andy Jassy, personally hammering out the details with Sam Altman. This isn't just another investment, you guys. This is one of the biggest bets on a single AI company ever. It's a seismic event.
And this quote right here, it nails it. This move completely redraws the map of Silicon Valley. We could be witnessing the birth of a new kind of super company, and you better believe every other major player is now on high alert. To really get why this happened, we have to look at the battlefield where this war is being fought: the cloud.
Right. To understand a $50 billion check, you really have to look at the scoreboard. For a couple of years, Amazon's game plan seemed simple. They were backing Anthropic, the creators of the AI model Claude. It was their way of keeping rivals in check. But the game has completely changed. For the longest time, Amazon Web Services, or AWS, was the undisputed king of cloud computing, no question. But if you look here, that dominance started to slip. Their market share dropped from 34% all the way down to 29%. And who was picking up that slack? Rivals like Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud, who were baking their own powerful AI directly into their platforms. That made them way more attractive, and Amazon knew the stalemate had to be broken. Now, this pivot didn't just happen overnight. Amazon's AI journey has been a real whirlwind. They started by pumping a massive $8 billion into Anthropic. But then, something crucial happened. In late 2025, OpenAI signed a huge $38 billion deal to run its systems on AWS. That was the crack in the door. And it all led to these talks for a $50 billion stake that changes, well, everything.
So why jump ship? Why switch allegiance from Claude to GPT? Well, look, Anthropic's Claude models are brilliant for business tasks, for coding, really powerful stuff. But Amazon's vision is just so much bigger. They don't just need an AI that can answer your questions, they need what's called an agentic AI, an AI that can do things, run warehouses, manage fleets of delivery vans, and power an Alexa that's actually super intelligent. And for that level of real-world action and reasoning, OpenAI's models are frankly seen as the undisputed king of the hill.
But hold on, this isn't just Amazon's story. For OpenAI, this deal is as much about survival as it is about ambition. The company is in a serious high-stakes race against the clock, and its biggest opponent? It might just be its own bank account. Let's be super clear about this. The cost of building this next-generation AI is absolutely astronomical. We actually get a little clue from Microsoft's own financial reports. As a major owner of OpenAI, Microsoft recently had to report a $3.1 billion charge just to cover its share of OpenAI's losses. If you do the math on that, it suggests OpenAI could be losing upwards of $40 billion a year. They are just burning through cash. So all that financial pressure puts OpenAI in a really tough spot. First, they are in an all-out sprint to go public in late 2026, and word is they're worried their rival Anthropic might beat them to it. Second, if they want to hit that trillion-dollar valuation everyone talks about, they need a massive war chest for their Stargate project, a supercomputer so ambitious it could cost over $1 trillion all by itself. And this brings us to the most controversial and honestly the most fascinating part of this whole thing. It's the financial engineering behind the scenes that has some people, well, a little nervous. The concept is being called circular financing.
So what on earth is circular financing? To put it really simply, it's when one company invests a big pile of money into another company, but with the understanding that a huge chunk of that cash is going to come right back to them as revenue. It's a loop that, on paper, can make both companies look way more valuable than they might actually be.
Okay, so here's how this financial loop seems to work in this deal. Step 1. Amazon invests $50 billion into OpenAI. Pretty simple. Step 2. OpenAI then turns around and commits to spending a giant piece of that, around $38 billion, on Amazon's AWS cloud services. Step 3. AWS gets to book that $38 billion as massive, beautiful revenue growth, which makes their shareholders very happy. And finally, step 4, both companies look incredibly healthy and loaded with cash right before OpenAI's planned IPO. It's a perfect little loop, almost designed for Wall Street.
The ripple effects of this deal go way beyond just two companies' bank accounts. This alliance fundamentally reshapes the entire tech landscape. It creates a new titan that could very well dominate the next decade of technology.
Let's break down the fallout. For Amazon and OpenAI, it's a huge win. It secures both of their futures. For Microsoft, their cozy partnership with OpenAI just got, well, really complicated. They now have to share their star player with their biggest competitor in the cloud. For Google, this creates a new, terrifying challenger. And for Anthropic, it looks like they'd been effectively left at the altar by their most important backer.
And this is why it's so powerful. It's the ultimate synergy. OpenAI has the intelligence, the disembodied brain. But Amazon has the body. It has the warehouses, the delivery network, the smart speakers in millions of homes. This isn't just about software anymore. It's about fusing a cutting-edge AI with a global physical empire. It's creating a vertical monopoly on cognition itself. For you, this could mean an Alexa that doesn't just play a song, but orders all the ingredients for a recipe and has them delivered the moment you get home from work.
So, the $50 billion bet is on the table. And as the dust starts to settle, we're all left with one massive question. Is this incredible consolidation of power the key to unlocking a new golden age in innovation? Or are we just watching the creation of the most expensive and maybe the most fragile financial bubble the world has ever seen? The answer to that is going to define the next era of our lives.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.